From our studio in New Orleans, Louisiana, my name is Harmon Dash. Welcome to Make It Fair. Since our inception, we have been shining a light on the corruptive force money has in our politics, which in turn disrupts the very fabric of our existence. Ever since the mid-70s, when the lobbying of elected officials by industry was first legalized, the donor class has taken more and more room at the table, to the point where now, theirs is the only seat left in terms of dictating government policy. But that's not how a democracy is supposed to operate. In a democracy, every single citizen is supposed to have an equal voice in guiding the policy direction of the nation. But the only policies being enacted now are those that benefit the ones who have the money to buy such policies. It's why we've been telling you time and time again to sign the American Anti-Corruption Act. The one way we, the people, can fix the broken, corrupt system in Washington without depending on our broken, corrupt Congress to take action themselves. You just log on to our website, makeitfair.us, and fill yourself in on how we bring transparency and an even playing field back to our democracy, and then add your name to the millions of Americans who've already signed the American Anti-Corruption Act. That being said, we thought we'd offer you a glimpse at what democracy can look like if we shed ourselves of government corruption. The state of Oregon, a shining example of how democracy can work in a free society. That state has registered only 5 corruption convictions per 500,000 public employees between 1976 and 2008. Analysts overwhelmingly agree robust transparency laws, coupled with a trend for stricter enforcement year after year, deserve the credit for such low levels of corruption in Oregon, like their rules for campaign finance disclosures, among the toughest in the country, limiting lobbyists and special interest groups from giving state employees gifts so that they don't exceed $50 in value. Also bolstering their low corruption score, Oregon requires most public improvement contracts to be awarded based on competitive bidding. Who's offering to properly complete any given improvement in the most efficient manner to save the taxpayers time and money? That's in stark contrast to states like ours, Louisiana, where government contracts for infrastructure improvements are often simply handed out at a premium rate to businesses who pay to play in our state's government. Anyone who's regularly driven New Orleans famed Napoleon Avenue over the last 7 years will tell you, efficiency in terms of taxpayer time and money ain't a priority, and it's a clear example as to why Louisiana remains ranked amongst the states with the highest levels of government corruption. In the absence of rampant corruption, Oregon's quality of life is on the rise in nearly every category, while here in Louisiana, we are near or dead last in healthcare, education, infrastructure, crime rates. And for 2 years running now, Louisiana is considered the overall worst state to live in across the country. The improvements seen in Oregon have been good for everyone in their state and haven't diminished the quality of life for the donor class one single bit. Ending government corruption improves the lives of everyone at the local level, the state level, and the federal level, and we the people can show corruption the door without asking for any assist from any of the corrupt swamp creatures mulling around our government today. You just have to join the millions of Americans who've already signed the American Anti-Corruption Act. It's on our website, makeitfair.us. You can read for yourself how it ends government corruption and returns democracy to its rightful owner, we the people.